Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal, all of you ugly motherfuckers? What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on, my dog?
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what, I'm out?
Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we ask the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
said cheating, right?
Yeah, cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
you're not giving a pass or nothing like that.
There ain't no way.
That's no way.
Do it once and do it twice. There ain't no way. You was respecting yourself.
So it's like if it's just cheating for her, like, so is it cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first. I would leave you first.
You such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman. Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like, make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself, like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just want to rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, all right. You ain't got to kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls them down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, yeah, this is the moment.
Just said, bro. I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
that's
right?
The moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like, if she cheats, oh hell no. But like, I just had to wait on the moment. Like, no. That's like the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d. I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like, no. I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me. Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like, that's just not gonna happen to you in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings, and I'll beat your motherfucking
ass. Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he look like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shades. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut." Bernard.
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you gonna hear bitch. bitch. I'm just gonna forever start that shit just like
Right.
that. I mean, listen, I shout out to Saucy. Shout out to Saucy. I hope I meet you one day, and I'm gonna tell you I bigged you up. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, like I bigged you up. I knew you wasn't the dude to play with. But
no, he's not at all.
Yeah, all jokes aside, this is the issue we talk. I am Lily. I am your joint smoking, black, toting, bad MFer that you see in front of you. I am with the phenomenal, the incomparable. And again, that's the third time I've said it. The beautiful, the amazing, the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles, the most brilliant person we have on this show. And I would not say that if I was lying. Let's give a round of applause for my cousin and the co-host of this show, the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles. Without her, it would not be no me. Let's give a round of applause for Lindsay.
Hello, how's it going? How are you this evening?
We are chilling. The squad is chilling. Again, this is the issue we talk. We got the pleasantries out the way. My TikTok people, I promise you, I took a week off of not doing nothing. And I promise you, I'm going to go live with you guys next week. I'm going to make that an effort to do, but I haven't done it. For my Twitch individuals, y'all already here. How y'all doing? Just be assholes.
Yeah.
Just be assholes. That's all.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be an asshole. So just be assholes.
You know.
Meet us and greet us. You know,
right.
Just like that. But anyway, Lindsay, how's your health? How's your wealth? What's going on with you, my dog?
Oh, living a life. Yeah, so we was on spring break, and on spring break I got sunburned, so that's fine. And then today I had a funeral, so yeah. But we are here.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, he was a good dude. He was my friend's stepdad. And me and my friend been friends since like 7 years old. And her stepdad been there the whole time. Super cool dude. And it was unexpected. So you just never know, when folks go. You just never know. The last time you see somebody is the last time you're gonna see somebody.
That's the honest to God truth. I mean,
yeah.
Dude, going through the same thing right now. Lost 3 of the closest people that I went to high school with. And when I say close, I ain't saying close like we remained dope ass friends or anything like that. But when we was in high school, we was locked in. Lost 3 of them this week.
Wow, I'm sorry.
It was wild. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was wild. And then Jasmine lost her peoples. So I 100% know what you're going through. It's almost one of those things where, especially as we're getting older, you're like, damn, like a couple of those people were younger than me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it took me out. It was like, oh shit, like what the fuck, like. But it's more or less of knowing that you have to understand that we all have to prepare for certain things because we never know what will happen.
Right. That's absolutely true.
It's a stigma in the Black community where we always was taught like don't always talk about death because then that's when it steps on your doorstep. But when you ignore it, that motherfucker gonna come regardless.
Oh yeah, it's inevitable. It's definitely inevitable. But you just got to cherish those moments, you know, and just hold tight to those memories, you know. So.
I encourage every person that is listening to this podcast right now. I encourage every last one of y'all to do one thing. If y'all don't do nothing else for me, get yourself life insurance for your children or for people that you care about.
Yeah.
Nobody knows when God just says, "Hey, bro, here you go." I used to watch this show called The Sandman. They don't have this show no more. But it was an episode where dude had so many things like, I got to tell my wife the PIN number. I got to do this and I got to do that. And she looked at him and said, "It's too late. It's too late." He's like, "But I got to make sure that she's cool." And he was like, and she literally was just like, "No, it's too late. You can't do that right now."
Yeah.
I have a life insurance policy. Excuse me. Just because I'm aware of certain things, but I encourage everybody to do the same thing because that show right there, like it did spook me when I the first time I seen it. I was like, damn, because you never know when you're gonna cash out. So everybody got to be aware, and everybody look at it like it's weird. Like, I remember having this conversation with my people. They was like, "Why are you thinking about it right now?" And it's just cause.
Yeah. It's something that you have to do. It ain't nothing that you want to do as far as like top 5 things on your most fun thing to do today.
Yeah, fuck,
you know.
Fuck, no, that shit is scary. Like that
yeah.
like as a person that went through it, this is scary. This it lets you know where your mortality is. Like right there. Like, it tells you.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, you just got to be an adult and just do it. And then in the same sentence, you got to put your emotions to the side and just handle your business, because that's what it is. It's business that you just got to handle. Because you don't want to put that burden on your loved ones. After you're gone. Like I remember after my step grandfather died, one day I went on my grandma's house and I just so happened to look at her desk and she had a notepad on the desk and the title of it was obituary. And I'm like, "What is this?" And she was like, "I'm writing my obituary." And I'm like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And she was like, "Because y'all not about to write my obituary. I'm writing my own obituary."
Yeah.
So, and when she left, that's what my mom did. She pulled what she wrote and put it right on in the program.
Yeah, I mean, 2 things is always guaranteed to us. Like Marvin Gaye said, it's 3 things, but real life, 2 things is always guaranteed to everybody that is moving and shaking around here. Your birth, and then when you die. That's just evident. Them is 2 things is always guaranteed.
Yeah.
So you need to make provisions. One thing I always tell people all the time, just because I'm going through it now, just regular, just figuring myself out, is like you can't be afraid of something that's already is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna die. Like, and I hate to say it like that, and I don't want to like shoot nobody down, but you're going to die. So the last thing you need is to be a burden when you die.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
I've come to I hate when I talk to myself about it. It makes my stomach hurt. Because you think about that shit and it feels weird. But no, I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth. Dude, you have to face the fact that one day you're gonna die.
Yep. And you might as well just go ahead and get Get things together.
Get things in order because everybody lives after you.
Yeah.
And nothing stops. Nothing stops.
Yeah.
So you got to make provisions to make sure that they're okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Like when my grandma left, she had everything in order, down to what she was wearing. And my mama fulfilled it. And so, the hard part was her leaving. But getting everything together wasn't that difficult. So, but that's not what we're here for.
That ain't got shit to do with today. We were sad. Ain't nobody sad.
Yeah.
But that was sad.
Yeah. It was a rough first half of the day. But also on spring break I saw Sinners.
You know what? Shout out to Foodies with Movies. Did I say that? Did I say that right?
I don't know what Foodies with Movies is.
Okay. So, okay. So what is the other podcast? I fucked up, y'all.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna tell Maria. It's Roomies Review the Movies.
Roomies Review. I fucked that shit all the way up.
All the way up. I'm like, we were roomies, not foodies. Like
saying that to say this. Whenever y'all discuss this movie, I want to be a part of it.
Okay, bet. Because she been on me about seeing it. So yeah.
Dude,
have you seen it?
I don't mind watching it again. I've watched it. The movie was so dope. After the movie, me and Jasmine talked about 3 hours after the movie about the certain things that we had noticed in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My friend, my other friend, she had said that she's seen it twice, and she was like, and I don't mind going seeing it a third time. So I think we might go again and see it. But
dude,
yeah,
I'll watch it again just to be a part of Roomies and Movies.
Yeah, I watched it with my mom. So my mom, yeah. So we went in it knowing it was a horror movie and knowing that Michael B. Jordan played his twin, and that was it. So my mama, she doesn't really care for zombie movies or vampire movies. Well, she don't care for zombie movies either. But
don't disrespect zombie movies with vampire movies.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, she's not a fan of those type of movies. She's not really a fan of horror, period. But she was happy she supported, but she wasn't here for the movie. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't have a problem with vampire movies.
The movie was fucking awesome. And the details that they put in the movie about folklore was so dope. It's so many hidden gems that, and I've only seen it once, but just what I know about folklore growing up as a person that was that grew up in Oklahoma, also a person that really knows like folklore, and then a person that's a Jehovah's Witness, like all of this shit really was something. Like it was stuff alleged. It was like certain gems that I seen in that shit. I was like, wow, like we really are in the Matrix, because people don't really tell you how much a lot of shit meant to us back in those days. Like when you got devil music and all that shit. I grew up in a world where my mother called me a worldly individual because I was a rapper. So And even back then, I know what I'm saying, I can't even call myself a rapper. I was a person that, know what I'm saying, that liked to put words together. And she told me I was being a part of the worldly. Like, and so, but those were that was the music that like soothed my soul. Like everything about that shit was a gem to me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what my biggest takeaway from the movie, which I put this up on Facebook before the movie came out. And because this is the way I've been feeling for a while. Because it's annoying when I see people do something and then Black folks be like, oh, they're invited to the cookout. No, everybody's not invited to the cookout. And I feel like this movie was on my side.
Yeah, you know what? We have to. We ain't gonna dwell on this because I'm gonna. I know where you're going. Yeah, and I'm 100% agreement.
Yeah,
and I'll just say this: yeah, that bitch would have been gone,
dude.
None of this shit would have ever happened.
No, because everybody does not get an invite.
If this was my movie, none of this shit would have ever happened because that bitch would have been gone.
Right. The movie would have lasted 10 minutes.
We would have all just been sitting there eating catfish, waiting on sunrise.
Okay. Chilling. You know, hitting that little two-step. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Like, Paul, I lied. But yeah,
whenever we do this, I'm gonna have Jasmine get on there because Jasmine's listen, the disdain that Jasmine has.
Oh, that's gonna be hilarious.
You would listen. I thought I was like superior, like loving us as people.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like I told you, we talked like a couple of hours after this movie.
Yeah.
Jasmine really was like, this old soft ass bitch ass nigga. Yeah, this gotta go. This gotta go with this gotta go with roomies and movies. We have to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, she was, oh my God, she hated every bit about. She hated that shit. She hated the fucking character.
Oh wow.
She didn't even like the bitch at the end.
Okay. And she didn't say a word, but she was like, fuck her.
She still despised that whole like, right. Why that bitch ain't dead.
Right. She hated that bitch for 60 years. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh, check this out. October 16th. You know what day that is?
No.
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to lock it in.
Yes. So when it said October 16, 1932, I was like, hey, mama, hey, look. And then it said October 16, 1992. I was like, oh, I was there.
You were literally there.
I was. So today, I had pointed at my mama and I was like, you know what you were doing on October 16, 1992? And she was like, no. I was like, I turned 9. What do you like? Yeah. I was like, my slumber party. That was my slumber party.
He was really like, hey, let's kick it.
Right. That was my freaking slumber party now. So yeah. So that's all you got to do is you got to ask white folks what they was doing on October 16, 1992. If they can't give you an answer, then they're not of us.
Then we got to stake them?
Got to stake them on site.
Fuck it then. We're going to go viral. We're going viral.
Right. You got to ask them what
the
they
most
was doing.
views ever. I'm going to go to jail for 250 years.
You got to ask them what they was doing on October 16, 1992 and January 6, 2021.
I don't know what I was doing, nigger. And I'm like, wow, that's
right. If they got light eyes and they don't know, get them right in the heart.
Boom.
In a discussion.
No, and it's no more talking. I'm established.
Right.
Which
Yep.
you know what? I'm just taking a racist out because the dude that was doing it, he was not a racist at all.
Right.
But that, you know what? That has nothing to do with what we need to talk about.
No, we have
just
spent
bring it
25 minutes
So for
talking about nothing that has nothing to do with this damn show.
for roomies and movies, we gonna talk about this. We gonna get off of this right now.
Yeah. So we're gonna put a pin in that for the other podcast. Roomies review the movies.
Roomies review the movies.
Yes, not foodies. We do not eat on camera.
I screwed that up off the flip.
Right.
So just because I screwed it up, when y'all invite me to it, I'm gonna have like a mukbang of like food just to eat. I swear to God, I'm gonna do it.
Right. Just go all in. I meant to do this.
Yeah, that's what I was. Y'all want to be roomies. I want to be a foodie.
Right. And we're just gonna come together.
Yep, that's what it is. I don't want to be a foodie, but I'm gonna have to.
Right.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. Oh shit, right. I don't want to do it. I might get a bunch of fucking ribs or something.
Right. So yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, so shout out to Sinners. But yeah, so actually 26 and a half minutes in. Are you ready to get into these topics?
I mean at this point.
Right. I mean, look it. Okay. Right. So yeah. So Tohi is watching. She says, "Hey, Ish Talkers. Hey, Lindsay and Lee. The Sinners movie was good, but honestly, it took me watching reviews to gain a full understanding. Yes, it does mean everybody ain't invited to the cookout." Yes. I think that was loud and clear.
Yeah. You know what, Tohi? Like, I'm not even mad at you for that because the thing about that movie was so many people put so much on that movie where some people just have to take off all the bullshit that everybody is talking about and just realize that this was a new age horror movie. Instead of trying to go into the what this is and what this is and what this is and what this is, just realize this was a horror movie and you liked it. You know what I'm saying? It's like so many people try to put the one on the two. That man what he's trying to do is put a universe in where this genre works. And so when you cut off the layers of it, if you like the movie, let the movie be what it is. That's it. You don't need to listen to nobody else. You don't need to have nobody tell you no extra about what was going on or what was this backstory into that. Like, nah, just say you like the fucking movie because it was a good vampire fucking movie. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. It really was. It really was. So he says also Remick wasn't good. Instead, he just like those white people who convinced you they're on your side, but they will turn on you in an instant. The best part of the movie for me was seeing Michael B. Jordan play twins and listening to his Southern accent, knowing he's from upstate. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about this with in roomies with because I got a lot to say about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put a pin in that.
Yeah,
we definitely can go on this movie. So yeah, so the topics. Oh shoot, you know what? We're just gonna say fuck it and go with our Diddy.
Yeah, baby, loose. Yeah,
Eat. So yeah, the Diddy updates. So this past Monday they started jury selection. And they also got to see who is going to be prosecuting this trial for the state. And as Mark Garagos puts it, it's a pack of white women. So yeah, it's an all white woman prosecution team. Also, Diddy also added another lawyer to his team. I forgot the lady's name, but she's a Black lawyer. Also, she's a sexual assault survivor. So, why is this?
He is just not help. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but why is this significant? I mean, it's kind of obvious why it's significant.
It's obvious. I was about to say it's obvious why it's significant. It's just not helping him.
I don't know. I don't necessarily know if it's helping him or not, but they brought her on. They're suspecting that they brought her on for cross-examination because they said she's a beast at cross-examination. So they haven't named who the witnesses are going to be or the victims or whatever, but more than likely Cassie is one of them. And
I'm sorry, I'll let you know.
Yeah. They did say that they can view the video from the surveillance of that hotel when he beat her up in the hallway. Even though he's not on trial for that, they are allowing that.
Of course.
Yeah, they are allowing him to wear his regular clothes. What else? They what's her name? Dawn Richard, who was in Danny D. Kane and Diddy Dirty Money. Her lawyer was there. That is kind of significant because they're speculating that she might be one of the witnesses as well. And then we all know that she's suing him. So, excuse me. They asked the jury a bunch of questions, questions about if they knew him, if they knew all these other A-list celebrities, if they seen anything online, if they, liked a Diddy joke, if they seen the video, their surveillance video of him and Cassie, him beating up Cassie. If you answered yes to some of them, it didn't necessarily get you off the jury, but it was a potential reason to get you off the jury, but it didn't, because it was kind of hard to pick people who absolutely did not know anything. There was one person I think it was like an older white lady that I heard, they asked if she knew who Michael B. Jordan was. She honestly thought that they were talking about the basketball player. So it is people out there that don't know every A-list celebrity. Yeah, but but yeah. But it's far in between. There's one person that they did get off the jury because he was suing the state, and then he tried to lie about it. So it was just like, why would you lie about it? They're gonna find out who you are, sir. Duh. But yeah. So I believe next week is when they're gonna start the actual trial. But yeah, it was a lot of people in there. They're doing it out in New York, of course, and there was a lot of people in there to where they had to do an overflow room. And yeah, I heard it's gonna be a big difference, very different from the Megan Thee Stallion trial.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people that's trying to get in there. to see what's going on. So we're gonna be in for a ride. This might be the trial of the century.
You know, I will honestly say this.
Mm-hmm.
However way this trial goes, good for Diddy and bad for Diddy. However way it goes. I believe that it is a lot of things that's going to come out that are going to be really disturbing. Not and again, like I said, good for Diddy or bad for Diddy, however way it works out. Just the industry in itself. I look at it like this is really the state versus Nino Brown at this point. And Nino Brown said, it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
And I really feel like we're gonna find out some shit that we don't want to find out.
Yeah.
You know, much as we can crack jokes and be on some extra shit, and try to crucify Diddy. Like I said, I'm one of those people that I'm gonna stand on my guns and I'm gonna say to my dying breath, if Diddy is a monster, we should set out our monsters. I'm not never gonna say that he did it. I'm not never gonna say that he didn't do it. If he's a monster, we need to set Diddy out as a fucking monster. It is what it is. At the same time, it's like how this jury is set up, or how they're trying to set this jury up. I'm so glad they looking at it like people is just like, I don't shit. I mean, Bob Saget, like he's like America's dad, right? Like, yeah, I want them type of people. Because I really do want you to hear what's going on instead of hear what's going on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I'm one of those people that just really believe that, like, in this case, we can't be we have to really back off and let the shit really fold out like it's supposed to be. Like, black people should not be, because I know we went through this shit with Bill Cosby. We went through this shit with R. Kelly. At this point, come on, man. Third time's a charm. We gotta really just be like, hey, man, I'm not about to be on no extra nigga. I ain't about to. First of all, stop protecting a nigga that don't even know you. Like, just be like, hey, you know, we just gonna let this play out like it's supposed to play out. And if that nigga ain't shit, that nigga ain't shit. That's what the judge says. Like, that's what the judicial system says. And I hate to say it because a nigga look at that. Some of you woke niggas will look at that like I'm being a coon. And that's okay. I don't give a fuck about none of you niggas because I know y'all can't box. What I will say is this. At one point, you got to look at it like, hey, man, too much shit is coming up. Why am I defending a nigga that don't even know me? Let that shit play out like it's supposed to play out. Whatever they said is what they said. Now, if you can prove it wrong, prove it the fuck wrong. And the only reason why I say that is because I know two people. Excuse me, I put three fingers up. But I know two people. Now my heel I got has nothing down. I put three fingers up when I said two people.
Hey, I know two people.
Truth be told, I know two people that was innocent and got proven guilty, and they fought that shit. And they fought it. One fought it for 7, one fought it for 5.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? Because they were still true on who they was. They actually beat that shit. So let's do that. Let's get the fuck out of that. Let them people do whatever they want to do. And if you're really fucking innocent, let's just really go to bat for you after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's not do it right. Because doing it right now makes him seem guilty. It makes it seem like black people just taking up for him because he's black. And I hate to say it like that, but you see where the world is going. This is exactly what, you know what I'm saying, is doing. It's like, they don't give a fuck about justice. They just only want to take care of Diddy because Diddy is Diddy. No. Let it play. If Diddy is innocent, let it play like it's supposed to play. Let the evidence show that Diddy ain't got nothing to do with it. The two people that I know, like I know personally, the two people that I know, the evidence showed that they didn't do it, and they still had to fight.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing in a nutshell. It was the evidence that showed that these two people that I'm talking about, and I'm not going to put them on blast like that, but the two people that I'm talking about, the evidence showed that they didn't do it, but nobody had no other person, so they made them the person. So they fought it. They fought it the whole time they was there. Like I said, one served 7, one served 5.
Yeah.
But they got, know what I'm saying? But they got out because that shit was a lie. And they stood on that. It wasn't no prison rat. It wasn't nobody coming in like, yeah, he said he did this, but don't nobody know. Like they was really hell bent on, nigga, I didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
So let it go through that. And I hate to say that we have to go through that, but that's the type of pressure that they put us under. They put us under, we already under a pressure. Yeah. And sometimes they put us under more pressure to break us.
Yeah.
I know 2 niggas that didn't break. So know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Let's do that. And they didn't get paid what they were supposed to get paid. Like in the state of Missouri, they supposed to pay you $50,000 for every year you was accused of something that you really wasn't accused. No, like you really didn't do. They were supposed to pay them that. But at the lawyer fees and all that shit, they didn't get what they was do.
Yeah.
But they still
sucks. Yeah.
And they still got a little bit, but a little bit was nothing. Shit. How I look at it, shit, they might as well have been selling dope and never got caught.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, man, y'all supposed to set them niggas up for life. You put them niggas away, stacking them together. You put them niggas away for motherfucking 12 years. And they ain't got 120 together.
Right.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It really is. And you just supposed to take it and go on about your business. And it's like, no, because I lost years. Those are years I can't get back. Those years are priceless to me. And you just gonna give me $50,000 that I gotta, already divvy up between stuff before I get money.
Because that's the thing. Now I don't know how everybody do it, but I just know here. They were supposed to get $50,000 for every year they were in there, but after lawyer fees, that shit didn't come up with nothing. Niggas gave them basically a severance package for a nigga that was working for UPS.
Yeah, well, shit, the severance package probably would have been more, to be honest.
Dude, I bet you they'll tell you the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth. I mean, you really can't put a price tag on it because, like I said, people's years are priceless to them. But $50,000 is like a slap in the face. Because what if the job that y'all pulled me from, I was making more than that?
Exactly. So what if I was making 120 a year, and then I'm gone for 7, and then y'all say I give you 50 grand for every year you was locked up? So in your mind, you like, shit, for 7 years,
right? Ooh. And now you're no longer. I mean, you're not a felon when you come out because they reverse it or whatever.
Yeah, they reverse everything, so you good.
Yeah. But this is the thing, though. Because when you go on that job interview, they're gonna be like, "What's this 7 years that you didn't work? Why was that?" You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna do? Say you was in a monastery? Yeah. Like, I mean,
I was wrongly accused for murder. So this is the thing. So I tell people how to like, if you think about it, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. $350 lawyer fees. Lawyer fees knock all that shit out. So you fuck around and go home with $100 at best.
Yeah.
So you got $100,000 for 7 years that you had to really, literally fight for your motherfucking life for $100,000. When you could have sold weed on the side and made $100,000 and never had to worry about that shit.
Right. Like, seriously.
That's why I be telling people, like, you better off being you know what I'm saying, a low level individual. And that ain't me dogging nobody. That's just me being 100. You can work a job. A nigga can work for the bus company and sell weed on the weekend and make $100,000 in 7 years.
Yeah.
Why do you have to go to prison for it?
Right. Right.
Like, these are the things I be telling people. Like, it is just certain, like, to bring it back to Diddy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna bring it back to Diddy. To bring it back to Diddy, like, we have to get on a level of it legit has to be people who are only listening to the facts and not listening to the victim, or not the victim, or the person who calls themselves a victim. Let me say that again. I don't have no quarrels on any of this. Like I told everybody from the beginning of when we've been talking about Diddy Gate, if that nigga's a monster, that nigga's a monster. It is what it is. Set that nigga out. Let that nigga do his time. At the same time, I say that we ain't got no say so in what the fuck is going on with that law.
We don't. I mean, it'd be a good conversation or whatnot, but what we're saying ain't gonna move the needle one way or another. The inevitable is the inevitable. That is a pretty PC stance to take. Just, sit back and watch it unfold. Watch it as it unfolds. At this point, that's what we're gonna have to do. I don't have no dog in the fight or whatever. It is kind of heartbreaking to see this happen because I've been a Diddy fan since the 90s, but me personally, I don't think he's guilty of everything, and I don't think he's the only person that on the stuff that he is guilty on. I don't think he's the only person.
100%.
So
on the same level with that shit. Like,
so it's like, especially with that RICO, like, how is it only one person being charged with this RICO? Like, that's
I'll tell you about a RICO. Just because, it just happens to be my genre. Listen, that's what niggas do. Niggas will they will pile up and shoot at one nigga, so they won't know, their name won't get mentioned. Now they'll go to jail. Don't get me wrong. They'll go to jail like a motherfucker. Every last one of them niggas will go to jail. But that nigga will get 25, you'll get 2, that nigga get 3, and maybe that nigga get 5.
But who's the other?
Everybody rolled on one nigga.
But who's the other person that is being charged with anything?
They ain't gonna tell nobody.
See, that's the thing. Like, you normally, especially with a RICO, you normally see multiple people.
You don't.
But everybody, they're hiding except for Diddy.
You don't. Like, I will say this: you don't see everybody in a RICO.
I said multiple people. You usually see multiple people.
Yeah, you see multiple people because they already signed an affidavit to make them an informant. Some people already, they'll sign where they will say some shit that's going on in order for them to not even be involved in that case. They'll take their case and move it out of that RICO. So just to put it in perspective for most of y'all, because a lot of y'all don't know what's going on. So I'll say this. In a RICO case, if they have all of these drug charges, if a nigga be like, yeah, I seen this nigga doing this and this and this, and he becomes an informant for the FBI, to the point where he's actually a actual asset instead of a liability, they'll pull him out of a RICO case because they know he can get into more.
Yeah, and he's gonna get the bigger fish they want.
He's gonna get the bigger fish. Like, y'all don't think that happens? I can honest to God say that shit does happen. I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen niggas walking around. I've seen niggas walking around and being free and clear and doing all of the shit they ain't supposed to do because they got pulled out of one RICO case in order to start up another one.
Yeah.
I've seen this. I've seen motherfuckers involved in RICO cases that involved niggas in the city all the way to celebrity niggas. I've actually seen this shit because when you start playing that type of role with niggas, you don't know how far niggas will go. I've seen handicapped niggas, and listen, when I say this, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody or talk down on nobody, but I've seen handicapped niggas, because y'all try to protect them, but then they got caught on some shit, and then they start rolling on you niggas.
No
like,
fun.
all you niggas was like, be cool with the nigga with the cleft foot. That cleft foot nigga is telling on y'all. Because that nigga don't want to go to jail.
Well, nobody wants to go to jail.
That nigga with the slant arm, that y'all was cool with that nigga pushing dope. That nigga telling on y'all. Because that nigga don't want to go to jail. I'm nigga on my son. I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth. I've seen this.
So
shit.
What you're saying is, watch out for the handicaps.
I ain't saying watch out for the handicap. I'm saying all of you niggas that be thinking because the nigga ain't, you know what I'm saying, nigga got war wounds, he solidified in the streets. That's a goddamn lie. These niggas be telling. These niggas be telling.
So Tohy says, yep, Diddy going to jail. If you ever done jury duty, it's super cringe seeing the defendant look at you and listening to you give your opinion on the situation. They try to rule out bases.
Yeah, I did jury duty before, Toy. And the shit that I went to jury duty for was so fucking funny. They kicked me out after the first day. Like I was able to eat lunch and shit, like all that, but like that evening they told me I didn't have no hotel room. It was so crazy because I was supposed to be there for 7 days, but I was just laughing at the whole situation. Like, nah, this some bullshit. Like, man, this bitch is in trouble. Like, but she was a rich white bitch.
So you in there laughing, and they was like, excused.
Yeah, they said, get this nigga up out of here. Get this nigga up out of here. I'm like, how the fuck is she convincing y'all that that's what happened? Like, she was really convincing, she was really trying to convince everybody that, like, her boyfriend took her car at this moment when this accident happened. But her boyfriend had a real legit tight alibi. Not only tight alibi, his motherfucking grandma was there like, dude, like, no, like, he stayed with me, his mama stayed with me. Like, they were at the house. I was like, how are y'all even believing this shit?
Right.
But she was hell-bent on my boyfriend stole my car.
Well, she's not getting invited to Thanksgiving no more.
Oh, no. And I was just laughing the whole time. Like, and they was like, yeah, I had 1 day and they were like picking their jurors and I got to eat lunch and they was like, yeah, your time is up. Cause I was like, yeah, this some bullshit.
Right.
This some real bullshit. And the only reason why I knew this is because my whole mind was, that's what you get for fucking with these white hoes, my nigga. And I think they realized that, like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, yeah, you fucking these white. You got a whole ass alibi, and everybody is trying to say, yeah, it could have been you. No, nigga, you got. Not only do you got your mama, you got your whole ass. Your grandma don't do shit. Your grandma is 60. Your grandma don't do no criminal shit. If she said no, that nigga was at home. That nigga was at home.
Right. Your grandma ain't gonna lie for you.
Grandma ain't about to do none of that shit, baby. You did that shit. You did that shit.
Right. I told you. Now
On
you're gonna
top
have to
of
suffer the consequences.
On top of the crash was in Knob Noster. Tell me where he stayed at. Ask me right now where that man stayed at.
Where that man stay at?
Belton, Missouri.
Hell no. Yeah, he was nowhere in the vicinity.
Nigga had nothing to do with that shit. That nigga had nothing to do with that shit.
Hell no.
My boyfriend stole my car. No, he fucking didn't.
Oh man. Well, so this has been your Diddy update, and we will be back once we hear more from the trial. I'm coining it now. This is going to be the trial of the century, and we only 25 years in.
It will be. It will be.
Yeah. So.
Diddy on trial. Diddy on trial. Take the Diddy on trial. Take the Diddy on trial.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So we have a lot of legal stuff on the docket today. I didn't really notice that we did, but yeah, let's go on ahead and switch over to Rodney Hinton Jr. So Rodney Hinton is a man that's around our age. He unfortunately lost his 18-year-old son to a cop. This cop killed him, claiming that he was like trying to steal a car and claiming that he had a gun. Body cam footage didn't show that though. And yeah, then they showed the family the body cam footage. And so Mr. Hinton left from seeing the body cam footage, got in his car, and allegedly hit a cop. Now, this is not the cop that killed his son, but nonetheless, he hit a cop, and the cop passed away as well. So, he got charged, and while he was in the courtroom, about 30 officers showed up. When these officers showed up, they all stood behind him as some type of intimidation tactic. After he was arraigned or whatnot, 2 officers escorted him out. While they were escorting him out, Mr. Hinton looked all those officers that was trying to intimidate him in their eye with his chest out and his head stood up. So, yeah. This has been all over the internet. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about this situation. They tried to start a GoFundMe for him, but GoFundMe is very strict when it comes to situations like this, so it got shut down. There is a GoFundMe for the family, and they do emphasize in their message on their GoFundMe that what it's specifically created for and what it will be used on. Excuse me. And so, excuse me. What I'm also seeing is that people have been putting money, excuse me, on Mr. Hinton's books, and he reached the limit. There's a max limit that you can put on somebody's books every 14 days, and they reached the max limit on his books. So, yeah.
And he should continue to get more. And he should never have to worry about any zooms and whams while they try to put him in jail for the rest of his life for losing his legacy.
Yeah. I don't feel no waste time. I don't. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I don't feel no waste time. Because we are tired. We're tired of constantly having these stories. Like, we're starting to get numb. Not starting. We're already there. We're numb to these countless stories of these punk ass cops who are so afraid for their life, or just trigger happy. They hate Black people, and they are constantly killing innocent, unarmed Black people. We're tired. So if he took it upon himself to, retaliate, welcome to the stripper game, partner. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
And the immortal real words of Achilles, not the movie, and the real words of Achilles, you're going to regret that it wasn't me that you killed.
Yeah.
That's the real words of Achilles. You're going to regret that it wasn't me.
Yeah.
And he drugged that nigga like he was supposed to.
Mm-hmm. His son wasn't 18 for a whole month yet.
My thing was, I originally thought that he had drove down the cop that originally killed his son.
Mm-hmm.
I found out that it wasn't that cop. It was a random cop.
It was a random one.
And so, as much as people was like, nah, he just ran down the wrong person. No, he ran down exactly who he's supposed to run down, in my opinion. And it's because of this. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. We have seen this for years of police just killing us. Like, legit just killing us. You know what we haven't seen? Real retaliation.
Right.
And I really want this to be a wake-up call, not only for us, but for the police department. Like, you really have to know, because when I seen this and I seen the resolve that man had in his eye, he was ready to take the electric chair.
Oh, yeah.
The way he looked at him, he was ready to die.
Yeah.
Because you killed my son. That right there, for me, maybe because I have a son, meant more to me than anything anybody in the media can say about this man moving forward. Because you took everything that was the best of me, and I will show you everything that will happen when you take the best of me away. And the only thing that y'all are granted is y'all caught me real fast, because I would have laid a lot of you niggas down. And I respect that man. as much as I always want to be nonviolent and when I want to be on my my Martin Luther King, I understand Martin Luther King made mistakes as well. As far as allowing these niggas to do too much. I respect everything that man did. My only regret, and I don't give a fuck how y'all look at this, but I'm gonna say this. My only regret is they caught him faster than he wanted to kill the rest of these niggas. If they would have just waited a day, he would have showed y'all what it is to fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing
would have stopped with that cop. Oh nah, he would have gunned down the rest of them niggas, and he would have been justified because you took everything that was his grace.
Mm-hmm.
As a man with a son, every time you look at your son, you look at him and you say, he's gonna be superiorly better than who I am. And then when you take that away, I'm gonna show you exactly who I am when you take my grace away.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, he's gonna regret this. He's gonna die with a smile on his face because I would too.
No, he ain't gonna regret it.
No, I regret nothing. You took my son away. I ain't got nothing to live for no more. And motherfuckers be like, he got a woman, he got other kids. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And I hate to say it like that, but this is the honest to God truth. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They've been trying to headhunt us for years. And you took my son. My son is the best thing that I ever created. I get the whole a girl dad and all that. I'm a girl dad. I'm not only my girl dad, I'm a girl dad with wings. So I 100% understand where y'all coming from. What y'all don't understand is the man that you always thought you could be is in your son. And to take that away from you is to make you be every part of whatever y'all thought was bad. Like whatever evil y'all thought ever created in life. Take a man's son away. If that man is really a man, and watch how much the devil comes out of him. Not only do I have so much resolve for this man, I shed tears for this man because I know what he's going through. I don't know what it is to lose a son, but I know what it is to lose a child. And to lose a child from somebody else's mistake, I know how he feels. And I would gun all you niggas down. Every last one. Stand up for that bitch ass nigga if you want to. And I'll knock all you niggas down. And I understand that. Not that I'm saying that that's right, but I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Because I can't say nothing no different, you know? Yeah. Because that, like, that's just, I mean, you showed them the body cam footage. And then you just expect for them to just go home and sleep it off? Like, what? Like,
so my thing is this, and so and it's probably a trigger for me, you know. So trigger warning for everybody else. So this is a trigger for me. Watch that man stand in front of them niggas like that, and for those white men to look at him like he wasn't shit. I would have jumped across and socked the shit out of every white man that had looked at him like he wasn't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have went to jail too. They would have been like, this random ass nigga. Because I knew how he felt. I knew exactly how he felt.
Yeah, especially that bald one.
I felt like it was certain things that was going on with my daughter that I realized that was false. And I know what I'm saying, I had other doctors come in and figure things out and tell me that certain shit was wrong, where I know because I've snapped on so many different doctors, like that would have been a trigger for me. Like, for him to stand up and look at them like that, because that's how I stood up and looked at them niggas like that. Like, y'all killing my baby. So they would have been like, yeah, some random nigga named Troy Hughes. He was like, as soon as he looked at that white man, that one white man, and then shook his head like, yeah, whatever. Now I would have knocked that nigga's noodles out.
Yeah, that bald one. Whew. That bald one. You wanted to just jump through the screen at that motherfucker. Because out there, and then just all of them there, period. I was just like, why is this allowed? Why is this okay? Why are y'all standing behind him like 30? 30. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, and then you know they're gonna give him the business while he in there. You know they
that hurt me so much. And I said this to my homeboy the other day. The thing that hurt me so much was the black deputies that stood there and didn't look him in the eye. They put their head down. The thing that hurt me so much is them is the ones that they're gonna make beat him.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna be the white ones.
Yeah.
They gonna make the black ones beat him. Because if it was me, you couldn't have paid me to be there.
Hell
Even
no.
if I was a deputy. Because I would have knew what was going on with some fucked up shit, and I wouldn't have been there. I don't give a fuck if I'd have knew the white boy and loved the white boy. I'm not gonna, because I already know what's going on in this moment. So I'm not gonna be there at that moment. I ain't gonna do that. Because you were there, you know who beats him when he goes to the cell? The nigga. Because they gonna make him do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't me being on no extra shit to y'all. That's me telling y'all the honest to God truth. I bet you a bunch of them motherfuckers, a bunch of them motherfuckers allowed black individuals, either motherfuckers that was in jail or motherfuckers that was sitting there and couldn't look that man in the eye. I bet you they was the first one to punch him in the motherfucking throat when he went to the back.
Mm-hmm. Because
that's what they do. That's the type of time they be on. They try to break you.
Yep. And they can only do that in their uniform. They can't do that in regular clothes, just on the street. They've been and got their ass handed to them if they did that. They're cowards. They're punks. You know. And it's just sad. I pray for this. I pray for this man. Just definitely pray for this man. Pray for his family. Because as the whole situation is sad. It's very sad.
You'd have had an ally on me. I was looking at that shit, and listen, it take the grace of God. I know that I love Jasmine to death. I was watching this shit on the TV, and I watched this man look at these people, and I watched how these people tried to mug this man, and how he stood hand up, and I fucking threw my mother. I'm talking about I grabbed my phone and I tossed that motherfucker, and she just grabbed that motherfucker out of nowhere. Like Spider-Man. She was like, hey, you're going through a lot of stress right now. I'm like, I just don't like this shit. She's like, I get it. She was like, because I got other things going on, and she was just like, you just got a lot of stress. you can't let this dwell on. Like, why are you watching this? And I'm like, because I have to. Because like, I got a son. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is, without that, the thing in a nutshell is watching your son die because he was typecast as a person that's supposed to die, like supposed to be, and he's not. Like, until we hear about what his son does, we're not supposed to judge this man for how he reacted.
But this is my thing. Even if that man was out here robbing everybody for their cars, that does not equate to a death sentence.
It doesn't. Not if he didn't have no weapon on him.
Yeah.
If he didn't brandish no weapon, he didn't show no weapon, like y'all just gunned that man down.
And then the cops are not judge, jury, and executioner.
No, like I believe, because everybody, you know what I'm saying. I've been through this. Motherfuckers is like, nah, he shot the wrong person. Even on TikTok, I love y'all. It's like, yeah, he ran over a random person, and the more and more I think about it, it's like, yeah, because he looked at it like my son was random as well.
Mm-hmm.
My son was random. Like, my son didn't ask for this.
Right.
My son didn't have a gun. Y'all said he had a gun. So I'm going to just say he had a gun, and I'm going to just run this nigga the fuck over.
Right.
And the thing about this man is he better than me, because I keep a John Wick bag. I don't know if y'all know the reference for that, but nigga, I would have unloaded my John Wick bag. I would have murdered a lot of people. Like, I think about it now with my son, and this is not no bullshit. This is not me being on no extra because we on live or none of that old extra shit. I just think about how I just want him to learn certain things. Yeah. And for you to take that away from me, right, I would lose my fucking top.
Right.
I would lose my top. Like, at the end of the day, your son is always supposed to not only be better than you, but also your son is supposed to be your progeny. So he's supposed to open up the gates for everybody beyond you. And for you to take that away from him, I 100% understand how he felt, and I 100% understood how he looked at them niggas like all of you niggas can get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like at this point, I don't care. I don't care. So, yeah. And now that person that did it has to live with the fact that you got two families out here mourning because of your dumbass decisions.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It is what it is.
Not only do you got two families mourning, you got niggas like me that are really waiting for you to make a mistake so we can blow your fucking top off. And that's not even I always want to be a disclaimer, because I am a fucking square. I am the squares of the squares. But no, my nigga, you are a target. You are a target. Do something different. And I mean, that's the only thing I can tell you is, like, do something different. You have to change your whole perspective, because if you come like what has happened, where you think somebody had something, so you're gonna automatically react, my nigga, it's a nigga like me that is gonna gun you the fuck down. And that's just the honest to God truth. Like, my guns are legal. I will gun you the fuck down. And I know if I'll do it, it's a bunch of niggas that's way tougher than me. With way better licenses. They'll gun you the fuck down. Like, I just don't really, and this is just me. I think a lot of people don't realize how much black people really like. I've learned how to shoot. I've taught not only have I taught myself how to shoot, I've paid money to learn how to shoot and do it in a legal manner. You think I'm the only one that does this? Like, it is motherfuckers waiting on you to make a mistake so they can shoot you dead in the fucking face. Y'all be thinking all of us is just so hood or gangster and we don't know. Nah, it's niggas with licenses, with training, and they will wait for you to make a mistake. Like, y'all be thinking that we be worried about y'all. We ain't worried about y'all. Like, we really ain't worried about y'all. Like, real shit. Sorry. Hate to say it, but we not worried about y'all.
Yeah.
Like, we do the same shit y'all do times 10 because we got to work 10 times harder anyway. We not worried about y'all. Y'all think y'all know how to shoot center mass? We know how to shoot center mass between a building block.
Yeah.
Like, honest to God truth, we know how to shoot you. We know how to shoot you center mass while you're running. We've been taught that. The same shit y'all been taught, we've been taught that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think y'all only teach each other.
Yeah.
Nah. We know how to do that. We will pick your ass the fuck off, my nigga.
Right. They didn't stop making them just after yours. So
we'll knock you the fuck down. We'll knock you the fuck down, put the weapon down, and put our hands up.
Yeah.
And it'll all be justified. Because you shot first. We know how to play this game. Y'all think we don't know how to play this game. We know how to play this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we will definitely stay updated with the latest in this story. And like I said before, prayers to him and prayers to the family. So yeah. All right, one more case. Mr. Smokey Robinson. So
I'm gonna lean back on this.
So Smokey Robinson, who we all know is the famous singer-songwriter, he has been he's been named in a lawsuit for sexual assault and rape. Three of his former housekeepers. Four. Okay. You sure not four? Not four?
It's full.
All right.
It's
four.
Full. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I deserve that. I deserve every bit of that.
So yeah, four of his former housekeepers are suing him for sexual assault and rape, and they are wanting $50 million. This news broke a few days ago, and the details came out of the lawsuit. They are all anonymous in the lawsuit. They did a press conference where they were face was covered. And the attorney is not Bugsby, who is suing Shannon Sharp and who tried to sue Jay-Z. Yep. So some of the details in this lawsuit are
atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Well, I was gonna say what they were.
Okay. It's still a change.
Yeah. These people worked for him for years. They are claiming that he would make comments, he would touch them inappropriately, all the from things like that, all the way to the extreme of actually penetrating them and ejaculating in them. He's also forced them to receive cunnilingus, and he forced them to give fellatio. Um, they're claiming that this was happening back in. I think they started working for him when he was in his 60s. He's now 85.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, one person in particular says that he used to lay a towel down for them to have intercourse. Only it wasn't consensual on her end. And he would, force his fingers in them and force his penis in them. And this person claims that he forcibly did this 20 times. Again, these women worked for him for years. They weren't kidnapped. They weren't underage. All right, so let's just keep it one. If a person at my age, not even at my age, as an adult, if a person sexually assaulted me once, I'm not going to give them the opportunity to do it twice, let alone 20 times. This, to me, sounds like a sexual relationship that they are no longer receiving financial gain from. And now they're suing. That's what this sounds like to me. But who am I? I'm just a person that, is educated and looks at things realistically. Because you mean to tell me your employer rapes you, you go home, and you go back to work the next day? You don't go to the hospital, you don't get a rape kit, but you go back to work. And then he rapes you again. And you go home and you come back to work. And then that happens 18 more times. Where does that make sense?
Can I intervene real quick?
Sure.
I'll just say this. These are Latina women. I don't know if all of them are married, but I know 2 of them have been married. 2 of them have been married for 20 plus years. So you're telling me that this man has consecutively raped you all this time, and you never told your husband? You went home and fucked your husband after this man raped you. And I hate to be vulgar, but I'm gonna be 100 with you. And you're a documented worker. If you're a documented worker, and when this happens, yeah, that's grounds for as soon as he do it, you go ahead and file a lawsuit. But if you're not a documented worker, these individuals that you're doing this to, because I don't know if anybody knows how California works, but it's a coalition of everybody that does anything. So for Maze to be there for Smokey, these are not random people that they picked. This came from a coalition of people. So they didn't tell nobody. So for this whole time, that's what Smokey was doing, and did nobody come check him? Like I don't think y'all really understand how shit works. Where if I got a undocumented worker on my payroll, I'm not gonna allow this type of shit to happen. The motherfuckers would have said, "Hey man, Smokey weird. Why? And I go over there and I see Smokey doing some weird shit. You don't think I'm gonna slap Smokey upside the head?" That's nor here nor there. That's just me just saying, because I don't know if they're undocumented workers or not, but I know it's a coalition in play. What I also know is they don't want to show themselves, because if they show themselves, maybe ICE will find out.
Yeah, that's another thing. They said they held on to this because they were afraid of being deported. So make this make sense. You were afraid to be deported 20 years ago. So who was the president 20 years ago? Bush, right? So you were afraid under Bush. You were afraid under Obama. You were afraid under Trump the first term. You were afraid under Biden. Now that Trump is back in office and got a hair up his ass for deporting everybody, including people that shouldn't be deported, now's the time that you're no longer afraid of being fucking deported and you want to come out with this bullshit ass lawsuit. Get the entire fuck out of here.
Listen.
Get out of here.
As you said, as a woman, it's why I wanted to wait, because I want you to say that, because if I say that, I'm gonna sound wrong. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I 100% agree with everything you said. Like, nigga, what the? One said 20 times, another motherfucker said 24 times.
You counting? That's another thing.
You counted how many times this nigga hit you from the back?
Right. Every time you didn't want it to happen, but you keep fucking going back to have it happen.
Right. At this point, like, what are we? Because everybody talking, they keep putting this whole fear of, because of Smokey Robinson's influence and because of who he was. I'm like, nigga, Motown ain't been the shit for 40 fucking years. Y'all are fucking lying. Like, and I hate to do this to these women, but y'all are fucking lying.
I don't hate to do this to these women because the bitches is lying.
You bitches
they
are
lying.
Like you niggas are talking about 2006 to 2024 when all of y'all decided to. You know why y'all decided to resign? It's because y'all knew them papers was coming up.
Dude, like,
you knew y'all was gonna find out y'all was undocumented, and then this fucking ambulance chaser ass nigga was like, "All right, let's pull this rape shit," and they was like, "Nah, we was just fucking that nigga." It was like, "Nah, we could say it's rape." And it was like, "Okay, bet we get some money before we go to Mexico." Like, this is what the fuck is really happening. Like, y'all don't really understand what's happening.
Right. I mean, like, legit. This is some straight bullshit. And then on top of that, this was another one of those cases where they went to him in private. He said, "Fuck y'all," and then they brought it to the public. Ain't nobody got no rape kit. Ain't nobody tried to file criminal charges. Ain't nobody did shit else. But now all of a sudden, y'all want to pull this $50 million lawsuit on this man that's 85, and the stress alone could take him up out of here. God forbid. And then on top of everything else, the motherfucker is married, and y'all are suing his wife too, not because she was involved in the criminal quote unquote acts, but because she was complacent. She knew about it and was complacent. What the fuck y'all want her to do? What did y'all expect her to do? Come in there and be like, oh no, don't do it.
So do you know how many
people, like, do you know how many people that fucking don't want their spouse to fucking cheat on them but can't stop it? Like, come on now. And but you gonna sue her. You gonna sue her though. Make it make sense to me.
So my thing
Talk
about
to me
this
like
is,
a 5 and make it make sense.
So this is my thing. My thing is, the oldest victim, they started from 2009. So if we reverse the timeline and we go, ba, Smokey Robinson is 85. So let's go all the way back to 2009. 2009 means that is what? 26 years. 26 years, that means that man was 59 years old when he started this shit.
Wait, 2009 was 16 years ago.
Hold on. I was going to say, hold on. Let me get this right. It's 2025.
Hey, 2005 was 20 years ago.
Okay, so 2009 was 16 years ago.
Yes.
So 16 years ago.
Well, your math today, boy.
You know what? We ain't even gonna talk about that.
It's off subject. Continue.
But we gonna make this make sense.
Yeah,
we're gonna make this make sense. 16 years ago, would have made this man what? 69?
69.
69.
No pun intended.
So you telling me from 69 to 60, from 69 to 84, this nigga was mad dogging y'all.
Gang banging.
From the back though, like, cause all of them saying like he penetrated them from the back.
Right.
So a 69-year-old man is really like, hey man, fuck what you talking about. Take this dick.
Right. Like, gang
I know
banging.
niggas that are fucking 35 years old and can't keep a dick hard. So you telling me a man can really Smokey? And you know what? You know, Smokey been, smoking that smoke and doing that smoke and sipping that wine. But you mean to tell me that Smokey Robinson was grabbing y'all and forcibly making y'all fuck the dog shit out of him from behind for maybe 4 or 5 minutes?
Gang banging.
24 times. 24. Like, not only was he doing you like that, because so this is the flaw that I have into the lawyer's perspective. I'm like, okay, so it's 4 people that are saying this has happened to him at the same time, because all the timelines. So you telling me that Smokey got at least 4 nuts in him a day? A day? Nigga, 2 nuts in me a day? I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. Smokey got 4 nuts a day.
Hey.
that he is manhandling that shit.
It is that deep that he has to forcibly take it.
Yeah, like he just come in, green eyes and hard dick, and y'all don't even know what to do. Because I want to put this in perspective with everybody who is listening to us right now. Smokey Robinson, if we go to the timeline, at 83, let's just go 80. At 80 years old, he was stepping out the shower with a hard dick and green eyes and grabbing the bitch by the neck and turning her around and forcibly putting his dick in her.
On a towel. Don't forget the towel.
On a towel. And nobody was able to say, no, Mr. Smokey. Like, none of them was able to say, no, Mr. Smokey.
You're right.
The fuck out of here.
You're right.
Like, even if he was fucking these hoes, like, and I'm gonna call them hoes. I don't give a fuck how nobody look at it.
Man, fuck them.
Even if he was fucking these hoes, none of this was rape. What happened was, and I'll say it like I said the last time when it came to Bill Cosby. At one point, it became the money ran out.
Yeah.
When the money runs out, that's when people start being that kind. I don't even think these women have anything to do about it. I do believe because they were low-wage workers, and they don't have papers, it's the people that are behind them that are pushing this.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got to understand that it's a bigger picture and play in this. Everybody wants a big dog in the fight. Everybody wants to be on some extra. So, 50 million after the lawyers get through with everything, the people behind them is going to get like $2-3 million. Because they don't get all the money that y'all think they get. But they're going to get like $2-3 million. They're going to go for that. That's why Smokey didn't bite. Because Smokey like, man, fuck nah. I didn't rape none of these fucking, and I'm only speaking in the words of Smokey. I didn't rape any of these motherfucking polio like, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do any of that. Like these, I can guarantee you, because this is one thing that I really understand about life. I can guarantee you, Smokey probably fucked all 4 of them bitches.
He probably did. I wouldn't put it past him.
He didn't rape
them. Absolutely the fuck not. He did not rape them ladies.
He didn't rape them.
I feel like he probably did have sexual relations with them, and he probably was, having them on the payroll, and the money probably stopped for whatever reason, and they're mad.
That's all.
He probably got like half white, or not half white, but half Mexican, half black babies running around this motherfucker that we don't know about. But what they're claiming is some bullshit.
Yeah, all that's bullshit. And I hope Smokey is one of them people that pays attention to his paperwork, because that's gonna save him. I can only say this. As a person who has recently went through a certain situation, the thing that saved me was I had everything documented. So you can't say that I've been on some extra shit with you, because everything is documented.
Yeah. That documentation will save you. He says, it was just the same with Bill Cosby. Why come out now when this guy is old? It was surely a setup.
Yeah, it was purely a setup. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like you waited till this nigga was old enough. I ain't even gonna say dumb enough. He's just old enough to, at this point, He just let nuts stay in there. And so now y'all got DNA evidence.
Right. He let that powder.
He's 80 fucking 5. Even taking it back 20 years, he was 65. You think that nigga was pulling out? He was like, man, nigga, this shit is dust.
Right. Like, I'm too old to pull out.
Yeah, I ain't pulling out. I'm
Right.
fucking these hoes and I'm going to sleep.
Right. Right. Take the towel with you when you leave, bitch. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. And I just hate I hate that this is the type of culture that we're in now, because y'all really make it hard for real victims. Like, there are legit victims out here. And those victims do deserve to have a voice. They do deserve to be heard. They do deserve justice. This just, in my opinion, this just ain't it. This right here, this shit right here, nigga, this ain't it. This is some straight up bullshit.
So so my thing is, it's just common sense that runs into me. Like, when these lawyers are pushing this whole, they were afraid because of Smokey Robinson's status. Smokey Robinson ain't been the shit since 1970. So what the fuck do you?
I don't know about all that. Have you seen them concerts?
I understand the concerts. So again, I'm one of those people that really look into things. Like, so I look at it. I remember his concerts. I remember what Smokey was doing. At the same time, I say this: Smokey was doing that shit. But Smokey was really fucking. But Smokey wasn't raping shit. Smokey Robinson don't gotta rape a woman at all. Smokey Robinson is the closest thing to a white man with a black dick you are ever gonna get in your life.
Never. He wouldn't. No.
So he ain't got no time to rape a bitch.
Right.
He's the closest thing to a white man with a black dick. Like, do you not when I say this out loud, do any of y'all not understand this? This nigga got curly hair, green eyes, and then he give you a dick that's this long. Nobody. He been fucking since the 50s. He ain't never had to rape a motherfucker in his life.
Come on.
He never had to do that.
No. Mm-mm.
Like, man, come on, man. Y'all can dismiss me with that bullshit.
It's all bullshit. Of course, we're gonna be watching this and keeping up with it, because I can't wait to see it come out and say that this bitch was lying, just like that bitch was lying on Jay-Z and Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you're gonna have to make this make sense. Act like I'm 5 years old and make it make sense to me, because there's no way with the way that it's saying now that this will ever make sense. Because how do you keep going to work and getting raped?
How in the
fuck? It ain't like you made this machine and you're the only person that knows how to operate this machine, and nobody in the world knows how to operate it, and it's the end of civilization if you don't go to work. It ain't that, bitch. You're cleaning toilets. You're making beds.
My nigga.
You can do that shit anywhere. You ain't gotta work for Smokey.
Let's just keep it a total bean. Smokey ain't never been on rhythm, not one time. You mean to tell me you was getting raped by a nigga that was doing this shit? Like out of nowhere. Like,
Right.
You didn't ask for this shit. You didn't even want it. Like nothing. You was just in the laundry room, and a nigga just ran up behind and said,
Right.
"Smoking that smoke."
Right.
Drinking that, like that. You're gonna convince me that happened.
Right. He playing all his hits through the PA system in the house. Got you bent over on a towel. No, Mr. Robinson. I just want to make the bed. I did not want to lay in the bed.
Nah, y'all were fucking that man. Like, and you know what? All jokes aside, the thing that I hate about this is the prosecution is all black niggas. That's the thing that I think I really hate about this the most is like, because these niggas that you're seeing that are going against Smokey Robinson are not the type of individuals that you look at as black men. Because no black man would ever tarnish somebody's career because of this. Like, at the end of the day, if you would have did your research and even found out about anything, it would have been one of those things where, say if he was say if he was just fucking these hoes, you'd have just been like, hey, bro, settle this out of court before any of this gets bad for you. But you wouldn't have defend these hoes. Because I'm not defending these hoes. Because these hoes are lying. These motherfucking hoes is lying. And I hate to get Trump involved, but I'm going to keep it 100. Find out if any of these bitches are illegal. Because in the first place, why the fuck are you even here? Like, I would play that type of game. Because y'all want to play this type of game? Why are we?
Fuck it.
Let's play this type of game. Why are you even here in the first place?
Excuse me. Right, just fuck it at this point. Call ICE. That's why I'm like, y'all legit don't make sense. Because why would you even throw that out there that's the reason why you were afraid to come forward because you were afraid of being deported? Why even say that? When we're living in this era of Trump 2.0, why even say that? Because now you really don't make sense.
Y'all telling me that this nigga from 60 to 85 was going in the blue room, pulling out a green light skinned dick and raping y'all. Like, I really want to put this in perspective. This nigga Smokey Robinson has always been the best looking nigga since 1947. He has been the best looking nigga in the world.
Man.
And you telling me that he had to rape a bitch.
Right.
I just don't believe it. I don't.
Yeah.
Even to this day, as an 85-year-old man, him and Tiny look like twins. Hey, I do not believe if T.I. can fuck this bitch raw, you think a Mexican ain't gonna fuck the shit out of this nigga? I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You gotta explain it to me like I'm 5 and make it make sense. Like I don't understand, and I'm not gonna understand.
Yeah,
no time soon.
Sorry, maybe I'm wrong, and I apologize if I'm wrong. But listen, if Smokey Robinson is guilty, then let Smokey Robinson be guilty. It is what it is. Yeah. I will let the judicial system play how it plays. But what I will say is, ain't no fucking way if Smokey Robinson raped somebody 20 fucking times and none of this shit ever got out. Even when this nigga was gangbanging, like this didn't come out when he was gangbanging.
Right.
This came out because nobody was getting money anymore. They were saying we can't pay you because Trump is about to shut y'all niggas down. And they said, oh, well, he raped me. No, he wasn't. He wasn't raping nothing. 24 times. One said 20, another said 24 times. Listen, I'm not shooting down a victim. And when I say this, I 100% say I'm not shooting down a victim. I know individuals that have been molested. So I'm not shooting down anybody. But in my opinion, it's a big difference from being molested for years than to be a grown person and allow a motherfucker to rape you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
4 fucking times.
100%. 100%. Yeah. I feel like unfortunately in this day and age, we all know somebody that has been sexually assaulted in one way, shape, form, or fashion. So it's not that we're making light of victims.
No.
Because we're not. We're not. Absolutely not. What we are is pointing out the bullshit in this specific case. I feel like
it's not obvious. It'll be a difference. I would really be like, maybe if this was 35-year-old Smokey Robinson.
Yeah. And and we can't put it past nobody. Because I mean, we don't know. We weren't there, and this could 100% be true. It's far-fetched.
This cannot be 100% true.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I say this is I'm a man. I don't know how anybody else looks at things, but I look at it as a man. I went through a phase in my life where I was a total whore. No, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I was literally a total whore. Mm-hmm. What I learned in that experience was how my body works. And as I got older, I realized I can't fuck like I used to do that. I can't do the same shit I used to do when I was a whore. Like, I cannot do that shit. Smokey Robinson has been a sex symbol since 1908. Like,
you know what?
This nigga's been all fucked out.
We need to ask him, what was he doing on October 16th, 1932? Because I think he might be a vampire.
Dude. What I will say is this. Because this man has been in interviews and told you he smoked a little weed every now and then. He had a little drink every now and then. But when he was with Marvin Gaye had him on Primos. This nigga has fucked his life. He's been fucking. Like, he is fucked as much as he can fuck. And that's just me trying to be on his side. But I'm just 100% being real. Like, man, come on. This man is fucked all the fuck he can fuck. Smoke a Primo. I ain't telling nobody in the world to smoke a Primo, but I'm saying if you smoke a Primo and you got 4 Latino hoes over here ready to fuck, you gonna fuck the dog shit out of them and then ask me if you gonna do that on a regular Tuesday. Like, like, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
No. It's only on special occasions.
It ain't gonna happen. Right. Now, if I smoke a Primo, ain't no telling.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, I just don't believe that he was raping any of them. Do I believe? And that's one of the things. You know, people gonna look at me crazy, but like, do I believe that he fucked them? Yeah, I believe he fucked all 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I do. But none. I don't believe any of that sex was unwarranted or uninvited. I believe all of it was consensual.
Yeah.
24 times. 24 fucking times. You let a nigga rape you 24 fucking times.
The same one.
And you were only doing it because you were making $5 an hour. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Somebody else would have paid you $10 an hour just for head.
Dude. That's why I'm like, no. Yeah.
I just don't believe it. It's a nigga right now that'll put you on OnlyFans and would have gave you an advancement of 100 fucking racks just to do the same shit. I don't believe it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like your job is a rocket scientist. Like, you're a housekeeper. You can go get a housekeeper job anywhere. You have no excuse to keep going back to work. Especially if you work for an agency. Why you didn't tell the agency what was going on? They could have put you somewhere else. They could have, because you're lying. You're in a
legal document. That's the thing. Like, even when they talked about it, they was like, we're not gonna bring up that. That's why they haven't went to the police yet. Because if they go to the police, at least 2 of them, and you'll find out they're illegal documents, and they will go right back into wherever they came from.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to look for a quick money grab, and they mad that Smokey Robinson wasn't biting on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they talked about rape, and so I pay attention to what people say. They say that he did this outside of his wife's understanding, except and then they turn around and say his wife knew what was going on, except they were doing it outside of cameras because the wife was the one that was paying them under the table. All of that lets me know that you bitches are lying. And I don't want to disrespect y'all, but I'm gonna be 100%. Y'all bitches are lying.
Right.
Y'all lying. So you saying she's liable for this, but she never knew nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
She's only liable for it because she was only paying y'all for what y'all said that y'all were worth. If y'all said, I'll do this for $65 a day, why am I paying y'all anything more than that?
Right.
You know, it's like it's one thing about reality that I paid attention to is people don't pay attention to how people talk. I pay attention to how people talk.
Mm-hmm.
That right there lets me know, like, nah, they were good, whatever they were getting paid, and they were sucking and fucking because they thought that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And this weird ass nigga said, y'all can get like $50 million, and they don't know. They still thinking about 50 million pesos. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't tripping off shit. And so this nigga, they convinced them because all of them had masks, none of them spoke. And you know why? It's because at least 2 of them is undocumented. I can guarantee you that. They'll try to work on their documentation right now before that shit go to trial. I can almost prove that.
Yeah. 100%. But yeah, this is again another story that we will be watching closely. But yeah, I don't believe these women. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Come on, man. Nigga, come on, man. Shit. Smokey Robinson did it. He didn't, and that's the thing. This is why they catching him up because he done did the Blue Room album, and that's how they trying to catch him up because he tried to be on this extra freaky at 80. Like, I don't know why he tried to do that.
That gasm,
like right then and there, like he probably was fucking the shit out of these bitches, but he wasn't raping. He wasn't raping nobody.
No, he wouldn't rape nobody. So yeah, that's Smokey. So, what you doing back there, Smokey? Smokey back here taking the shit.
Smokey.
All right, I ain't gonna tell nobody else. La 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 la.
Smokey's back there fucking the Mexicans. Smokey back there getting some hair from
Guadalupe.
Guadalupe. He gets some hair from Guadalupe.
Right.
Gang banging. Right.
Hey. Remember how on the other show, homeboy used to play that song randomly? Who'd have thunk that on 2 different podcasts that song would be relevant?
Who would have thunk? Because he did. He played that shit randomly. Shout out.
So yeah. All right. So our top 5. Because the Met Gala was this past week. And the theme was Black Dandyism. It's a really long name to the theme that I don't remember, but hey, the point of it was Black Dandyism. And yeah, so we have our top 5. So I'm just gonna pull the looks and we'll just shout out like, hey, that was part of my top 5 or whatever. So yeah. The first one is this one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is Alton
Mason. That is crazy.
This is Alton Mason. This is one of my top 5s. Thought he looked pretty freaking awesome. Like his chest is so perfect. It looks like it's a t-shirt up under there and not his real shirt. A real chest.
Really? Like, you know what? I'm gonna need you to.
It doesn't look real. It looks like it's part of the outfit.
You know, I've said this before with you, Lindsay. Like, I really need you to like hang around like real individuals.
What?
Like sometimes it's like when you like when you said that, like it doesn't look like a real chest. That looks like a real fucking chest. Like,
no, I'm saying it looks like, so perfect.
What type of niggas do you hang out with?
Fat niggas.
Like, it has to be like, dude. I'm one of those niggas. I'm like, dude, do I have to walk to your house with like a shirt off? Like, dude, like you would really be surprised how my body looks. Like this is a regular fucking chest.
It just looks so perfect, you know.
Yeah, I like now. So listen. Next week's our podcast, we got to get Lindsay some niggas to look at because she
fat niggas is in
a weird ass nigga. They be swearing they in the gym. They in the gym. Like,
yeah, they in the gym, all right.
Like not like I always tell people, man, I have one of those what they call a hidden body because I have a fat face. When people don't really think that I'm in shape the way I am, like
yeah,
no.
Yeah, hey, fat niggas is in.
No, they ain't. Say? Fat niggas ain't never. When I was fat, I wasn't in. Like no, I've worked hard for this body. Goddamn it.
I'm just saying, it just looks very perfect. That's all I'm saying. So shout out to him. All right. Next one. This one. Kansas City, Kansas own Janelle Monáe.
You know, normally I would shit on Kansas, but I ain't gonna shit on Kansas with this. This was actually pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Pretty iconic.
Yeah, this was Janelle's time to shine. This falls right in line especially earlier in her career. This falls right in line with the way that she used to dress. So
take my goddamn, I'm gonna take my goddamn shit off. Like, you fucked up, Lindsay. Like, you ain't gonna act like all these niggas from the city's built different, nigga. Yeah, nigga, what's up? Now I work good for this body.
Oh man, I ain't gonna never let that down, huh?
Wait till we go to the Caribbean. That's a year later. Like, shit.
right.
Nigga, but I've been working good on this body.
Right. But yeah. This was your top 5.
Yeah,
so,
that was in my top 5.
Yeah. So this one we actually shared, and that is the boss, Diana Ross.
Rose.
She killed it.
Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, she beat it. The fact that she had her kids on that, she had her kids
and
name
grandkids. Yeah.
And her grandkids, that was fly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that was her first time going in 20 years. So, yeah. And, excuse me, I want to say she's like 80. Yeah. She sure don't look it.
So, like, nigga, Smokey Robinson was going to fuck somebody. He would have fucked Diana.
If he didn't already. But you know, he probably didn't, because she was fucking the owner.
She was fucking the owner.
Yeah, so he probably didn't hit. But anyway, yeah. So shout out to the boss. So next one is one of my personal favorites. No, that's yours. Rihanna.
Shout out to Riri. You know, listen. And I know this was Dandy. This right here was a cross division of Dandy, but also like super dope as a woman to like show off her baby bump. Like, I just thought this was fly. I thought this was super fly for her.
Yeah.
And just being totally transparent with everybody that's listening to us. That Dandy genre for me, I always feel like it's whack anyway. But this was not whack. This was really dope. This was top tier. Shout out to ASAP, nigga. Like, I thought one kid solidified you as a billionaire, but 3 of them, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nigga,
So
is gonna keep knocking her up because you don't want to lose the money. I love it so much. Like, I would do the same thing, my nigga. Like, if all you do is wake up to French toast, and all you gotta do is like French toast and wet pussy, yeah, I'm gonna keep knocking it up.
Lord Jesus.
I ain't shit. Crazy. She a billionaire. All you do is wake up to fucking French toast and wet pussy. Man, she gonna have about 7 kids fucking with me.
She probably gonna have 7 kids fucking with him. Shit.
Yeah.
Why? I saw on Twitter somebody use this crying gif, and they put in all caps, Rihanna, use your butt.
Yeah, she does.
Oh,
she does.
God. I was dying.
If he's anything like me, he knows. Yeah, I'll bust that. I'll bust that ass open, but I'm definitely nutting in that pussy.
I was
vulgar,
dying.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah. So shout out to them. I hope she has a girl this time. So next one is my personal favorite. I think this is so dope. This is Demi Moore. And her dress is actually a tie.
That shit is whack.
I love it. And she looked good.
Come on, man. That shit looks like that shit. Okay, that's the thing that I don't like about the gala, because it always looks like something extra. That shit just looks like a fucking dissected snake. That shit looks weird.
It's a tie.
It's a tie, and it looks dumb.
It looks amazing.
It looks.
I love it. I love it. Love, love, love it. All right. This is one of yours.
Top tier. Top tier.
Has nothing to do with dandyism.
Nothing to do with dandyism. Fact that this is Andre 3000 actually getting there.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, this is who I am. I am music. I'm gonna rap a piano to my fucking back. If that doesn't register that nigga as a GOAT already, y'all niggas are weird.
But this is the thing. What makes this dope is that he put out an album, a piano music album, and that's the cover, what he's wearing. Let me see. Let me try to pull it up. See?
It's like Andre can't do nothing wrong to me.
Yeah. 7 piano sketches. That's the name of the album.
So
yeah.
Andre can't do nothing wrong to me. But my thing that I don't understand about people is they don't really grasp what Andre is doing and sample everything that he's doing right now. Because he's gonna forever be iconic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that flute album. If I was a artist in this genre, I would have had at least 3 songs from his flute album. Locked in to whatever his piano album was, and I would have locked in that shit too. Because I'm gonna pay him as much as I get paid, because he's iconic. This is a guy who has transcended beyond what everybody believes that is hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, he is truly everything that is hip hop. He is blues, he is jazz, he is reggae tone, he is fucking drums, he is eclectic, he is soulful, he is everything that anybody wanted to be. So yeah, I think this at the most was top tier.
Yeah. One thing I didn't understand is the trash bag. I didn't get the trash bag part. But everything else I like. Everything and just the fact that he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like you said,
I got what he was saying with the trash bag. For me, I got what he was saying with the trash bag because he was looking at it on for me, how I looked at it was he looked at it on everything that people think that music is trash.
And he carrying the shit.
And he's carrying it.
All right. I get it. All right. So next up, Lizzo. I think she looks amazing.
You know what? I ain't even gonna lie. Lizzo really did look good in that outfit.
Yeah. She did.
She really looked good in that outfit. I at the same time I'll say this is like, yeah, that's a good look for Lizzo. At the same time, that ain't what you waking up to, nigga. So be prepared.
Damn. All right.
Scar voice and my scar voice. Be prepared.
Lord have mercy. All right. Next up, Taraji P. Henson. I think she looked great. This reminds me of McFadden Brothers. Duke Ellington, Dizzy Gillespie. Like, I really, really like this.
I do not like it. And the only reason why I do not like it, because I do not understand why women over 35 want to have dresses or skirts that are like that quarter layer. I just don't understand why women do that.
What are you talking about?
Like the quarter layer that she has, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need it to be at least thigh level.
So you
But
want it to be longer?
Yeah, my thing is I like it longer. I don't like even with women under 35. I just don't like the quarter length, like 'cause it almost can reveal.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I didn't. For me, I just don't get it.
Well, because of the way the whole outfit is constructed, I don't think she would reveal. Because I know what you're talking about, having it be too short where your ass is hanging out and shit. So I don't, because of the way it is constructed, she would not have her ass out. But it's close enough, so it's like it's kind of teasing you that she might have her ass out, but it'll never show because of the jacket.
Like I wouldn't. I like. Why even have a persona of it? It might. Like it's like. I think it's at a certain area. Like I think we really got to look at certain areas of certain things. Like at one point, especially when it comes to our iconic women, revealing ain't the thing. We've already seen y'all reveal whatever. Like, so when y'all step out, you ain't got to reveal shit. We've already seen it. Like through music videos or through acting, we've already seen it. You don't have to reveal certain shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair. That's not your taste, so that's fair.
Yeah, it's not my and more the words of my nigga Marky, man. Shout out to my nigga Marky. Marky told me a long time ago when I was 23 years old. I'll never forget. Because that's when he was getting married. He said, man, one thing I respect about you is you don't like loose women.
Yeah.
It's like he was inviting a bunch of strippers and he was like, I just know this ain't your cup of tea. He was like, yeah, I just wanted you to be here, dog, but I know you don't like loose women. Like, yeah, because I just think, you know what I'm saying, there's certain things that you ain't got to reveal all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get that. So, next up is yours. Talking about not revealing is Zendaya.
Zendaya, listen.
She look good.
I was about to say on that, if we're just gonna really speak on Dandy, this was dandy as fuck.
Yeah.
This was dandy as fuck, and this was color coordinated. It was it was orchestrated in a way where everything about it looked Dapper Dan.
Yeah. So Tohi says, I think Janelle Monáe and Tiana Taylor looked the best in my opinion. Rihanna looked okay, and Doechii looked good as well. Doechii to me was pretty basic, and Rihanna did look good. I wasn't a big fan of Tiana Taylor's, and then we did talk about Janelle. But yeah, but Zendaya, yeah, she did look good. She usually gets it right though.
Yeah, that was fly. Like, I know what I'm saying. People can talk. They talk like I told you off the flip. Like, I just thought a lot of niggas look ugly as fuck. Like, I'm gonna just keep it 100. Like, I ain't gonna lie about how I felt about shit. A lot of niggas look ugly. Like, all that shit was ugly. It was just a bunch of clashing of colors. Like, because I have a brand, I'm an individual that, you know what I'm saying, that understands the clashing of colors. Some of that shit just was not right. This right here, chef's kiss. And she wore that motherfucker to a T, and she walked that motherfucker down hard.
She owned it. She definitely owned it. Now, I do have some honorable mentions. Kim K. I think she looked good.
Yeah, I just don't like Kim K.
And that's fair.
I ain't gonna act like this outfit ain't bad. That's a badass outfit.
Right. It was on point. It was on theme. And, you know, that's fair. You don't like Kim K. That's fair. But you got to give it up. That outfit is bad.
You got to give it to her. Like, I'm like, that's a badass outfit.
And she wore it. She owned it. Another one is Damson Idris. This was dope. And initially I didn't get it. Like it had to be explained to me that he's actually going to be in a movie where he's playing a race car driver. So that's the reason why the race car outfit. And then they pulled it off. They literally pulled it off of him. And there he was in his black dandyism outfit, and he looked good.
So I thought this was perfect. For me, just because as far as how it looks on one end to how it looks on the other end, it didn't take away from any masculinity that he was what he was on, because I think a lot of times people look at dandyism and they look at, and I'm one of those people, so I honestly God say, like, sometimes when you get into dandyism, sometimes you get into a little bit of zestiness. That wasn't that.
No, it wasn't. It was very masculine.
I really do respect. I did respect that. I thought that was dope.
Yeah. And then last but not least, Kansas City, Missouri's very own Corey Jarvis. Now, that name doesn't sound familiar to you. He is with Essence Magazine. He's over their social media. He's like the head of the social media.
So none of y'all know who the fuck he is, so don't feel bad.
I didn't know who the fuck he was. It had to be explained to me. But
I was about to say, I ain't downplaying that man. That man
not at all.
Awesome job. I'm just saying none of us knew who the fuck he was.
Right.
But let's know who the fuck he is right now.
Exactly. 100%. And Kansas City, Missouri. He's on the Missouri side. So yeah. So we were definitely in attendance on both sides of the state line at the Met Gala this year. His outfit is inspired by the Gates man, world-renowned Gates barbecue. That's from Kansas City. They're I wouldn't call it a mascot, but for lack of a better word, their mascot is a man in a tuxedo with a walking stick. And that's where he pulled his look from. And I love his look. Like the front of it is a suit, is an all white suit, and in the back of it is an all white. Is the front of an all white or all black suit. So he's going and coming at the same time.
The mascot is very dandy.
Yeah. So I think his outfit was pretty cool.
I wish that his outfit would have been switched
to have the black in the front.
That's just me. If you're gonna represent Gates, then you're gonna represent Gates how it's supposed to be represented. So you're gonna have the front side on the you're gonna have that back side on the front, and then the white on the back, because that will represent Gates. But I get his as an artiste and as somebody who is a designer, I get how he reversed that. I don't have no problem with what he did. This is actually a really dope ass iconic suit. Now what I wouldn't have did was make it a reversal on the back.
Okay.
So that's my only downplay is the reversal on the back, because you can't turn your fucking body around and do like and unless he was able to do that. If he was able to do that, then shit, that would have been a dope ass fucking suit hands down. But because he's not able to reverse his fucking body, don't make it, you know what I'm saying? Don't make it a reversible suit.
So question. Have you ever seen Freddie Got Fingered?
Yes.
Remember
exactly
the
where
backwards
you're
man, the
going.
backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards
Yeah, I
man.
know exactly where you're going.
The backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man, the backwards man.
Now, as much as you and like you can have that argument. That wasn't a fucking good suit. That wasn't the dopest of suits.
Man, that was funny.
That was a fucking Burlington Coat special. Like, fuck out of here. Like, no. Like, this is a tailored, beautiful suit.
Yeah, it is. And let's look where the inspiration came from. That's Gates. So,
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah. So he put his own spin on it, and it's pretty cool. Huh. Yeah. Hi, may I help you?
I just wouldn't have put. First of all, let's just keep it 100.
Mhm.
Like, let's just keep it real with how the suit is laced.
Okay.
Where's the bow tie?
No, he went with a lapel.
Exactly. So when you do that, like even if he did this right here, he should have went with the iconic red bow tie on the white front and just left the black as a layer. And you don't turn it around like because a lot of people don't understand how it looks from the back. It's you know what I'm saying? If he turns around, it's the same suit. Like, no, like leave it how it's supposed to be. If you're gonna do how you, and that's just my opinion. I'm not a designer, so maybe other designers was like, yeah, this was iconic as fuck. And if that's the case, dude, skyrockets, pow, 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 you did your thing.
But I like that he chose a regular tie though instead of a bow tie, because the bow tie would have made it not as like you don't take it as serious with a bow tie. I would
have loved that if the back of his attire was not the same. Fuck it's one of those things like if he turn around, he can play the black suit like he plays the white suit. I think like for people who are designers and they look at that like, yeah, you can turn around and do the same thing like acoustically, like, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as like rhythm wise, nah, that ain't it.
Yeah.
And I'm not downplaying, like, and I'll tell anybody, you know me, on this genre, I always say it will not be any Missouri slander. I will not talk about anybody from Missouri. But what I will say is, at that moment, like, I want you to look at this and I want you to see where you at with this as far as how your guidance is. And you had a dope ass concept. What I want you to do is go beyond this. Yeah, go way beyond it. Because I know you're capable of it. Because what you did is something what nobody else even think of.
Right.
So I want you to go way beyond this.
I could have been sitting in Gates eating a mixed plate and wouldn't have thought of this.
Exactly. Like, what you thought of was way beyond any of us could have think of.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just only critiquing just because I'm critiquing.
Yeah.
I want you to look at this, and you did a phenomenal job, my nigga. Go beyond this, though.
Yeah.
Go totally beyond this, because you are capable of doing way more, and I know you are, just because of what you just showed us. That shit is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm interested to see him go there next year and see what he does. And see if he'll put a little Kansas City flair to it or not. But let's see. Tohi says the best part of Kim K's outfit was the hat. It's pretty basic to me. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I like the best part to me was the texture. I like the fact that it looked like it was crocodile.
Toey, hey, listen. Everybody everybody ain't gonna like everything.
Yeah. Yeah, but that is our top 5 with honorable mentions for the Met Gala. Yeah, so I have a final thought this week.
There we go.
Shout out to everybody I went to Mexico with. We had a great time, So that's my final thought. And I'm sunburned. So yeah, there's that.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. I'm like about 3 shades darker. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah. So Jerry's final thought. Take it away.
Ooh. All right, listen. Jerry's final thoughts is this. Take care of yourself and others. Make sure that everything you're doing because you're trying to make sure that everybody is taken care of. When you don't do that, that's when bullshit happens. And that's it. That's all.
All right. Short, sweet, and to the point.
Short and sweet and to the point.
Yep. All right. Well, that was episode 157 of the Ish We Talk. And we will see you guys for episode 158. Bye.
Exactly.